Every time I'm in the city, we be locked in. Ay, locked in. Ball hard, but take a shot. Make it harder. 2 a.m. we ended up.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Indianapolis, Indiana, where they fire up the crowd with the striking of the anvil as it's time for football at Lucas Oil Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Las Vegas Raiders and the Indianapolis Colts. On the visitors' sideline, Pete Carroll, the coach of the Raiders. His team making the long flight. Always difficult to play the 1 o'clock Eastern game when a West Coast team feels like it's 10 a.m. on their body clock. On the other sideline, the Colts head coach, Shane Steichen. His guys come in off what he described as a strong week of practice, looking to put one in the win column in front of these home fans. Here comes Amir Abdullah on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. And there is the guy at the top of the game, Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, granted exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. He can continue to play that style of ball. It's going to be a tough group to match up with.
There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Again, here's Zeke. And he'll manage to get to the 33. Devin White, that time on the stop. While we have a moment, while we take a look at the key inactives not playing in the ballgame here this afternoon. Here now, 3rd and 5. Here's Mahomes. He's got his man, Jefferson. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Indianapolis.
That's good for the Colts. First down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Devin White, that time on the stop.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Take this inside the 40 to the 39, but most importantly, they've got it. That's a first down. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
The toss here to Zeke. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only 1.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. On play action, it's Mahomes. He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce. And a good job rallying to the football. Over just a gain of a yard, sets up 3rd down.
Gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
Project S.
Mahomes. Coming open is Pierce. It's on target. 50 yards through the air. That's good for a Colts first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
He's taken down just shy of the 10. Still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11-yard line. Here's Zeke. And a strong first down run. A pickup of 9. Setting up second and short.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
They go play action with Mahomes. He puts it up, and it's caught. Travis Kelce. Touchdown, Indy. That touchdown, number 1 for him on the year. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Colts will take a 7-0 lead.
Raiders
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. They're led out by the man who won a national title at Alabama. Quarterback's the former first-round pick, Mac Jones.
I don't think there's any way around it, Mike. I mean, this has been a disastrous start for this season. I know their expectations were clearly higher than how things have played out. At this point in the season, you just need to get a win. However it comes, whatever it looks like, you've got to change the energy in that building, because the only way to learn how to win in the NFL is to win. So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage.
He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. That's the veteran Calais Campbell in there to drop him as he records his 5th sack of the year.
But I think to say this series has been a disaster is putting it mild. 2 plays in, all they've done is go in the wrong direction. They need something big here. They need someone to create a little bit of a spark and prevent them from going 3 and out on their opening possession.
So they'll talk over what to do on this third down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. It's the Colts out to the early lead. We'll come back to Indianapolis in a moment. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Quarter 2 begins. It is Raider football as they've got it with a 3rd to Mario Davis. He's in for the sack, and it will lead to 4th and very long.
So you spend all week, Mike, working on what they call the opening script. It's the plays that you love the most and you want to get called early. The problem? None of those plays account for being called inside your own 5-yard line. But that's exactly where they find themselves after that sack, and that's a disastrous start.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. Back deep, Anthony Gould. And good coverage by Hutchie. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Colts offense and Patrick Mahomes coming out for their next drive. And before this drive starts, let's take a look at the current race to see who's going to take home the award of NFL Most Valuable Player. here to start the drive, but this will end up being a reverse. And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
On second down, Mahomes. That's to the left side and taken in by Jefferson. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That is caught downfield by Pierce. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Mahomes going to keep it himself. And some good running there. He'll fall forward for about 7.
These are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
The RPO, that one is complete. The Colts are going to have a first and goal. They'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes.
And he's in! Ezekiel Elliott. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Oswell now for the extra point. It's up and it's good. And the Colts move out on top, 14-0.
Raiders nothing.
Oswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. On the return is Dylan Laube. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. Greg, I love the evolution of the NFL. Every 3-4 years feels like things change a little bit. Right now it feels like we're in a running back, running game era. Does that make sense to you?
Absolutely. And the league has such a funny way of continuing to reinvent itself. Years ago, 15, 20 years ago, Mike, this was a running back-led league. It was play action. Quarterbacks were under center. And then what offenses realized was the best way to score points is to generate explosive plays, get a bunch of yardage all at one time, because it's very hard to sustain possessions in the NFL. So as a result, they said, okay, what's the best way to generate big plays? It's to throw the ball downfield. So it became a very pass-heavy league, and then now defenses had to answer. The days of the big defensive tackles, the 260-pound Mike linebackers, everyone now on the field had to be able to defend space and defend the pass, and there was a lot more air on the field created by the defenses. So now, as a result, the offenses are saying, okay, we're throwing into all these bad looks, all these teams playing dime, multiple defensive backs. We're now going to take advantage of smaller bodies on the field, and we're going to run the ball at you. So the way I like to classify it is, Mike, offenses aren't running the ball more because they want to. Offenses are running the ball more because defenses are encouraging them to do that and saying, I dare you to run the ball 40 times this game and generate enough big plays to score enough points to beat me.
From the 35, it's first and 10. The drive starts with a run, and it's Elliott. And he'll get this to about the 36-yard line. Darnay Holmes over there to make the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9.
Second and 9.
They'll stick with Elliott. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Give him 14 on that one. First down, Indianapolis. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis after this. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. A dive and a catch. Incredible. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Throwing now, Mahomes. Back to the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
So, Mike, there's this idea that every time a defense blitzes, it has to result in a sack. But there's a lot of other ways that you can impact the play, and we see it here. Get the ball out of the quarterback's hand, get it to the check down, and now you just need to rally tackle and bring him down for a loss.
And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
3rd and less than a yard.
Hand off here to Zeke. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts. Clock says 25 seconds till halftime. The first 2 drives yielded touchdowns. Now they can make it 3-4-3. It is 1st and goal. Now, Mahomes. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. Play action here. Mahomes. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their 2nd, and it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half. A nice drive. This is the 9th play coming up, and they cash it in on 3rd and goal. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. This is hot toward the side of the end zone. Travis Kelce. Touchdown, Indy. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
You know, he spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. Well, let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
On for the extra point is Boswell. He gets it to go, and the Colts will take themselves to a 21-0 lead.
Raiders nothing. Boswell set to kick off.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half, and the kickoff's coming their way. Bobby now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard one. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Halftime coming up. We'll get you down to Scott Hansen and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. The first month of the season has come and gone. It's the first weekend of October, our first week with byes on the schedule. Lots to unpack, so let's get into it. Our look around the league starts now with a matchup of contrasting styles. And it's the man who missed last year but is back now, J.J. McCarthy. A 17-yard touchdown pass. The Vikings move to 3-2 as they get back above 500 with the victory. Why don't we go over to Charm City now? Check in on the Ravens as they host the Houston Texans. And it's a man, when he gets going, is one of the best in the game, Jonathan Taylor. He's going to take this one in, 7 yards on the rushing touchdown. With that, here's a look at the rest of the action from around the NFL here in Week 5, the first weekend of October. Meanwhile, our game has not been all that competitive, a one-sided affair through 2 quarters. As we send you back out to the broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
One-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Bobby now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here. You need to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. Gun, it's under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Zach Ball getting in there to bring him down. His first sack of the season.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Shotgun now for Jones. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
All right, so the first 2, they go clearly to the defense. You get a first down sack. That sets everything of the drive for the offense behind the 8 ball. Then they followed up with a forced incompletion. So now 3rd and long, this is a must-pass situation, and the defense has a prime opportunity to get themselves off the field.
On 3rd and long, it's Joe, and they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack. The Michigan man, Winnie Hay. He's in to drop him for a sack, and that will bring up 4th down. The Raiders have their punt team out there, as he'll take this a yard or 2 into his own end zone. Looks up, he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. There's Shane Steichen, the Colts head coach. His guys head out for their next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. To start this on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
At the 40-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Straight ahead, it's Elliott. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down.
And this is just more of the same, picking up exactly where he left off in the first half. And these numbers, Mike, as you see them, they just pop out at you. I mean, he has been the driving force of this offense from the very start.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. They'll run Zeke up the middle. And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains.
First down.
They'll come up here, first and 10.
47-yard line.
On the ground, it's Elliott. And they'll take this down inside the 35. They'll get 19 out of that play. That's good for a Colts first down.
Colts, first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. They'll try again here. Second and 10.
On the coverage.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. There's Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds. Down at the 20. They get 14 on that hookup. First down, Indianapolis.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Pass to the outside. He's got Diggs. And he's going to be very close to the first down marker. Out of bounds after a gain of 9.
To Stephon Diggs.
Second and inches.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
On the give, it's Elliott. And he'll fight forward. Doesn't get a hold up, but he got what he needed. It is first and goal coming up.
And the Colts, first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Now, faking the give. That one taken in. Touchdown, Colts. It's his third touchdown catch this year. Boswell now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Colts are able to extend the advantage to 28-0. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Lobby now to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Raiders offense ready to take over once again. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on first and 10. It's Mostert to start this drive. Trying to avoid tacklers, and the ball is out.
So the biggest thing that stands out here, Mike, is the fact that the defense just continues to pursue the ball. Every defense focuses on get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible because the guy in front of you, he misses the tackle or he falls down. You have to be there to make up for it, and the pursuit to the ball is not only how they're able to get him down, it's ultimately how they're able to take the ball away.
There's Shane Steichen, the Colts head coach. His guys head out for their next possession. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's first and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Moving outside the pocket. Off he goes. And they continue to be tough to stop. Chance to extend the lead even further. And they are set up with first and goal.
First down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
To throw is Mahomes. There he goes again.
It's a nice job here defensively. Down here tight, it's easy to be so concerned about stopping the pass that you lose sight of the quarterback when he decides to become a runner. Not the case here. Picks up a little positive yardage, sets up second and goal.
They need 6 for the touchdown. Second and goal. Here's Mahomes. extra point. And the Colts stretch out this lead even more. It is now 35-0. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Lobby now to return it. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense and Raheem Mostert heading onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Jones. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. And the Raider first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Jones. And they'll get about half of what they needed to pick up a 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at their 48-yard line.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 48-yard line, here is 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Jones. In trouble, and down he goes. Woody pass, in for the sack. It is a loss of 8, and now it's 3rd down.
It just seems that nothing has gone right all game for this offense, and that's what happens when your quarterback just faces relentless pressure. You just can't generate any kind of offense, and I think that's the biggest reason there's a big old 0 up on that scoreboard.
Throwing is Jones on 3rd down. He'll get this off to Mostert. A pickup there of 13. 1st down, Vegas.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Las Vegas 1st down.
Now, Jones. They'll try to set up the screen to Mostert. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That screen goes to 12. And that's a 1st down.
Las Vegas 1st down. A gain of 12.
The throw is Jones.
1st down, the Raiders.
Nobody's covering Besh. He's got it. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards. So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and a yard.
2nd and a yard.
Again, they'll throw with Jones. That's brought in by Myers. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
That's another Raiders.
In motion, Besh.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Jones to the air again. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Zach Bond getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Jones. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete. Michael Mayer, the tight end, was targeted with that one. Now it's going to be 3rd down. Throwing, Jones. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, you're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way. So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Colts offense and veteran Ezekiel Elliott making their way back out. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Now Elliott. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up 3rd down.
And what's that one thing you hear from coaches all the time, Mike, right? Finish strong. And he's doing just that. His numbers here in this one, they have been terrific. But he's going to give you a full 4 quarters, and I think at this point in the game, he knows there's even more yards to be had.
The run here with Zeke. This will not do the trick. They stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass. So they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind, as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. To throw is Jones. Now a screen set up for Henry. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. 1st and 10.
That's another Colts 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Jones. Now a screen set up for Elliott. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35. Give him 13 on that screen play. And a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Fake the handoff. Now Jones. And this one is caught, but the momentum, that'll take him out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. He could not get himself turned upfield. 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Jones. That's the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down. Complete. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Coming open is Pierce. It's on target. And he's going to have the 1st down. And that will not have officially ended, but for all intents and purposes, they're going to be able to run the clock down from here.
The 23-yard line.
A gain of a couple.
The 21-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's
second down and 8. Throwing now is Jones. That one complete to Pierce. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done. The Colts will signal for their third and final timeout. Stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. They've moved the ball well here, but now face 3rd and 2. Shotgun now for Jones. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying, it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
The extra point is Boswell. The kick is good. And the Colts add on to their already sizable lead.
Raiders 3. Chris Boswell set to kick off.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Laube now to return it. Still work his way across the 25-yard line. Jones now on first down. That's a short one. Caught by Bowers. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. So it's a win for the Colts. They take care of business here at home. It's a game they were expected to win. They had no problems in the end as they cruise to victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts, winners here in the Circle City, as we say so long from Indianapolis.